bloody muck from your eyes.
Greetings gamers and welcome to VALOR MORTIS. Your boy was picked to be a playtester for this. The test started a few hours ago, so I went in, played through the entire thing, recorded the gameplay, and I am presenting it to you. All settings are maxed with ray tracing, and I have to report first and foremost that the game runs well. Didn't have a single crash, and the frame rate was very decent at 1440p, which is the resolution at which I am recording for you. I'm gonna give you my thoughts on this playtest, which is a hefty demo, and then I'm gonna let the entire thing run without the bar tracking or the respawning. So sometimes I had to go back to farm a couple of enemies, or I died a couple of times and I had to redo segments. Everything in the demo is included here, but just once per instance. So I fight a couple of enemies a couple of times, it's fine. If I have to fight them 3 or 4 times, I cut the gameplay there and take you exactly after the fight at the next segment, so you can enjoy it in a more streamlined, more cinematic way. So the tech, yeah, it's there, it's very solid. I didn't have any issues whatsoever. How's the gameplay? The game is literally a first-person Souls-like with all the characteristics of the genre. You have a stamina bar, you can parry, you can block, you can attack, you can dash attack, you can dodge, you can perfect dodge that gives you specific iframes and other perks whilst you're performing it perfectly. Let's say an unblockable attack, if you dodge it, it gives you an empowered attack after that, and of course it initiates a small window of slow time. It's quite visceral, as you can see here. There's a lot of guts, blood, gore and dismemberments, which is great. And the sound design is very, very good. You'll be able to perceive that a little bit better once I stop blabbering. Enemy variety is good, and the game implements both a magic system and a firearm system to enrich the experience. Magic is kitted towards doing specific things, and firearms are kitted towards doing something else, which is environmental manipulation amongst everything else. You just saw a backstab here. It's a bit overcooked on the effects department, but still nothing offensive. And by offensive I mean it doesn't break immersion. Like, who would be offended by violence in a game like this? And as you saw there, nice water effects. Nature looks good as it can considering what we're dealing with. Enemies' corpses stay in the arena until you refresh at the quote-unquote bonfire. It's a lamp, pretty much. You pick up items like this and they initiate side quests that are pretty much hints towards finding specific location and looting specific stuff. I am pretty sure in the final version of the game we'll have more stuff to work with. Now, as for the precision of combat, it's fantastic, and movement is even better. This game comes from the creators of the Ghost Runner series, a pretty hardcore platformer that demands perfection from the player in order to move forward. It comes as no surprise that they have mastered their craft at this point, and it works wonders for this game as well. It's a melee-focused game, like Ghost Runner was, although enemies there were always pretty much one hit, as were you. This is a more traditional formula. But they took their prior experience and integrated it here. I've never been so happy with platforming in a game of this genre. You can mantle ledges, you can use monkey bars, and everything is done with a precision that you could encounter in a game that focuses on this stuff. But VALOR MORTIS is an action RPG at heart that happens to do all that stuff pretty damn well. There is a boss at the end of this demo that is a doozy to perceive and fight. It's awesome, the design is way overcooked, of course intentionally, and I had a blast fighting it. The game's a bit on the easier side, and you only gain access to one saber, one gun, and one spell for the duration of this demo. You can see some of the box physics here, pretty well done. It is quite parry heavy, like you will see in this fight, Spotting an enemy breaks their posture, which is a buff feeling below their HP. And once that posture is filled, you can perform a pretty visceral counterattack. This visceral counterattack deals extreme damage, decapitates the enemy, slices them in half. According to what you're fighting, you'll see different dismemberment effects. I am super freaking happy with this. Everything up to this point screams quality, from the graphics, the presentation, the sound design, the precision in the controls. It's a Napoleonian Souls-like, and all we've had up to this point was Steel Rising, and Steel Rising is shit. I'll die on this hill. I really don't like Steel Rising, and I did 100% of that game. But now we get a chance to experience this turmoilous era in European and worldwide history at first person, and in a game that actually seems to be functioning as intended. I also liked how they integrated environmental manipulation here. In most Souls-likes, the environment is just corridors to traverse, you know, open areas to explore. But here you can explore and manipulate the environment to open new paths. You can say that it's a bit Metroidvania-ish in that regard, but doesn't really matter. If you start looking for ways to brand things based on one characteristic alone, Black Myth Wukong is Souls-like and Resident Evil 1 Remake is Metroidvania. You know, gated progression and all that. All the systems here seem to work well. What the guns will do, for example, hitting weak spots, then the enemies will drop this essence that empowers your spells. It is a triangle method of refilling stuff and using stuff to overcome obstacles. Also love what they did with the fire spell I'll be getting in a bit. Incineration of the enemy really incapacitates them and deals extreme damage. This is awesome. What I've always hated in the genre is like, you get a poison proc or you get a fire proc on the enemy and you deal minuscule amounts of damage. It is supportive at best. In Valor Mortis, if you ignite the enemy, they're cooked. Literally and, well, metaphorically as well. So you can see the start screen here. I've left it for this instant into the replay. If you upgrade your health, your stamina, the amount of spell casting, how much damage you will deal with parties, and so on and so forth. The demo caps at level 10, which is what I reached before I finished it. And every time you get something new, you can do something fresh with the world around you and get more powerful in order to tackle the end challenge, which in this case, of course, is just a boss, probably the first boss in the game. I'm gonna leave you here, peeps. Please consider subscribing, liking, and sharing this. I will be covering Valor Mortis in great detail when it comes out. I hope you're all well. I'll see you soon, and until next time, be well, stay frosty, and always strive for perfection. Cheers!
never inquire as to its contents. The perfect soldier's epitaph. Let's see if one gesture is all it takes to turn it down. Shall lead you towards the most fertile lands on Earth. Hold the line! You fucking rat! Freedom comes at a price! Don't you know friend from foe? What on earth was that thing? I see the light of a man in your eyes.
I still hold on to that belief, yes.
I do hope you're not a thief.
Is that meant to be an insult?
An insult? No. This is no place for... It is a simple warning. Do not meddle with my work. Especially when you have already seen its benefit. The light in those lanterns. It is of my own design.
I have 1,000 questions.
This is no time for... I saw you strike down that officer donned in your own colors. It is not my place to judge, nor do I seek a confession. Let your own conscience be your arbiter. In the end, war begets no true victors. Only varying degrees of loss. My advice, soldier? Your commander is your best hope. Find him. Soldiers should stick together. Before you march on, rest a moment. The lantern's glow offers a brief respite. Be wary on the road ahead. Grenadiers, with me! We'll plug that gap ourselves!
Be the man. I will become one. They can't see me. They can't kill what they cannot see.
Ready now, lads! Head through! Make every shot count! Fire on my command!
Even the crows refuse to feast on these bodies.
Do not forget. Courage never goes unnoticed. Perseverance is always richly rewarded. The Emperor's love is eternal. The Empire never turns its gaze from its heroes.
Anyone? Is anyone? What the bloody hell is that?